Hello and welcome to today's Vinyasa class. This will be a 1-hour medium-paced flow for the whole body with a focus on core strength. The class will start with a breath and joint warm-up and will be holding each pose for about 5 breaths. If you have blocks, you may use them during the practice. We'll end the flow with a lower body cool down followed by a 7-minute Shavasana. Let's begin in a comfortable seated position to help center ourselves. Begin by taking long deep breaths in and out of your nostrils. If you wish, you may place your right hand on the belly and left hand on the heart. As you inhale, feel your lungs fill with energy and your belly expand. As you exhale, feel the belly contract and your lungs empty. We'll continue the deep breathing with seated cat-cows. Inhale and arch the back looking up. Now exhale and round the spine to chest. Inhale, expand the heart, and exhale, sink back. Continue 2 more times at your own pace. After your next exhale, prepare for a seated twist. Place your right hand on the left knee and with your next exhale, bring your left hand behind you, twisting your torso, looking over your left shoulder. Stay here for 3 breaths. With your next inhale, come back to center and take a breath. With your next exhale, place your left hand on the right knee, and with your next exhale, bring your right hand behind you. And let's come back to center. Inhale, arms over the head. Exhale, hands to heart center. Repeat 2 more times. We'll now use our hands to shift into tabletop position. Bring your knees directly underneath your hip width apart, and wrists underneath the shoulders. Inhale, arch the back into cow, and exhale, round the spine into cat. Repeat 2 more times at your own pace. Come back to neutral. Now let's lift the left leg behind you, pointing the toes, and extend the right arm forward. Keep the hips in line and engage your core to stable the balance. Release the hand and the knee. If you would like to, you may sway your hips from side to side to release any tension. And repeat the balancing pose on the other side. Notice if you feel any difference. Continue breathing and concentrate on your alignment. Release the left arm and the left knee. Exhale into cat, hollowing the belly. And inhale, flat back, and adjust your alignment. Inhale, lift your left leg up as high as you can, pointing the toes. And exhale, bend the knee, curl the head, bringing it close as you can towards your nose. Repeat 2 more times at your own pace. After your last exhale, realign yourself back to tabletop position. Inhale and point the right toes behind you as high as you can, and exhale, knee to nose. Repeat 2 more times at your own pace. Now, coming back to tabletop position, take a deep inhale and lift your left arm up. Exhale and thread the needle underneath your right arm. With your palm facing up and gently rest on your left ear. Breathe. With your next inhale, press into the ground and gently rise back up to tabletop position. Inhale, right arm up, and exhale, needle through. Relax your shoulder. One more breath here and we'll come back to neutral. Now curl the toes under, and with your exhale we're going to lift the hips up to downward dog. Keeping the knees bent, try to get your belly as close as you can to your thigh. We'll straighten the legs one at a time, trying to get the soles of the feet on the mat. Push from your hands and take your time to realign the body. Making sure your shoulders are away from the ears and your neck relaxed between the arms. Breathe. Step the right foot between your hands, followed by the left foot, and inhale, slowly coming up to standing with arms above your head. Exhale, hands to heart center. Take a few grounding breaths here. I'll now turn my orientation for a clearer view. Inhale and stretch the arms over your head. Now exhale and bend to the right side. Take a deep breath here. Inhale back to center, and exhale, bend to the left. Inhale, coming back to center, This time, with your next exhale, we're going to bend to the back, bringing your hips forward. And stay here for a couple of breaths. With your next inhale, come back to standing and release your hands by your sides, palms facing up to mountain pose. You may put your feet a bit wider apart and take a couple of grounding breaths here. We'll now prepare the joints for today's practice. Bring your feet in line with your hips, chin to chest, and inhale, bring your chin to the right shoulder. Exhale, chin to chest, and inhale, bring your chin to the left shoulder. With your next breath, bring the head towards the back. Now, chin again to the right shoulder. Move your head back forward, and this time we'll rotate the neck clockwise 3 times. Inhale as you move the head back, and exhale as you bring the chin to the chest. Place the hands over the shoulders and rotate clockwise 3 times. And now the opposite way. Now place the hands on your hips and we'll rotate the hips clockwise 3 times. Try to move only the hips. And now moving in the opposite directions, 3 circles here. Place the hands on the knees and try to focus the rotations only on the knees, making sure you can still see your toes. And now rotate anti-clockwise. Come back to standing, ground your feet, and bring the hands together in front of the heart. Keep the weight on your left leg and bring the right knee up aligned with your hip, and let's rotate the ankles in each direction. Before we move on to the other side, you can stretch out the feet by placing your toes on the mat and lifting up the heel. Now lift up the left knee and bring the attention to a focal point for balance. And now stretch out the toes on the left foot. And come back to mountain pose. Inhale, arms over the head and slight back bend. Exhale, forward fold. Take your time here to release any back tension. And you may grab onto your elbows and sway from side to side if you wish. Inhale, hands to shins, halfway lift, flat back. Exhale, forward fold, bend the knees and step the right leg back. Take a few breaths here in lunge pose, taking the time to stretch out the legs. Now step the left foot back to plank pose. Exhale, downward dog. And now step the right foot between the hands for lunge on the right side. Come back to plank pose and lower your body down, knees, chest and chin to the mat, or you can chaturanga down. Inhale to cobra with elbows close to your sides and keep breathing. Tuck your toes and exhale to downward dog. Take a moment to readjust your body. Now, one at a time, step your feet to the top of the mat. Inhale and rise up to standing. And exhale, hands to heart center. Inhale, bringing your arms over the head. And slight back bend here, and exhale, forward fold. Inhale, halfway lift. Exhale, bring the hands down to the mat and step back to plank pose. Exhale, chaturanga down, or knees, chest and chin. And inhale, coming up to cobra. Now begin to lift your thighs off of the ground, coming to upward facing dog. Here we're getting a deeper stretch to the spine and toning the hamstrings. Exhale, move to downward dog. Now release the knees as wide as the mat, feet together, and come to child's pose, with your arms stretched out in front of you. Continue taking deep breaths. With your next inhale, come back up to tabletop position. Curl the toes under and exhale to downward dog. Step the right foot between the hands and come up to high lunge with the arms beside your ears. To protect your knees, make sure not to extend it over your ankle and try to keep it at 90 degrees so you can still see your toes. One more deep breath here. Now bring the hands to heart center and we're going to twist to the right. Placing your left elbow above the right knee and see if you can gaze towards the ceiling, making sure your neck is comfortable. Exhale, release the hands towards the mat and move your right foot towards the edge of the mat. Slowly opening the right knee into lizard. If it's in your practice, you can lower the elbows to get a deeper stretch. You can also use your right hand to open up the right knee. Slowly step back to plank pose. Exhale, downward dog. And this time, step the left foot between the hands, coming to high lunge. Keep pushing through the back toes. One more deep breath here. Now exhale and twist to the left, making sure that the knee is above the ankle. Breathe deep. Now release the hands and open up to lizard on the left side. You may use your elbow to open up the left knee, or coming down again onto the elbows. Notice if there are perhaps any different sensations on this side. With your next breath, move your way back to plank pose. Exhale, chaturanga. Inhale to cobra. And exhale, make your way to downward dog. Step both feet to the top of the mat. And inhale, halfway lift. Exhale, forward fold. Inhale, come up to standing, arms above the head. And exhale, hands to heart center. Now you can take your vinyasa here, or we'll just meet in downward dog. Now inhale and raise your right leg up behind you, keeping your hips in line. Inhale, step the right foot forward between the hands. And bring the left foot flat on the mat. We're going to inhale, coming up to warrior one. Arms beside the ears, stretching out, lengthening the spine. Now release your arms and interlace your fingers behind you, taking a stretch here and opening up the front of the body. If it's in your practice, with your next exhale, forward fold to humble warrior. For a deeper shoulder stretch, raise your fists as high as you can towards the sky. Breathe. Slowly come back to Warrior One, lifting your torso up. Arms come up. Now release the hands back down to the mat. Release the left knee down. Now inhale and lift your left arm up, twisting to the left. An option here, you can come as well onto the left toes for a deeper stretch. Release your hand back down and release the knee back onto the mat. And now we're going to straighten the right leg, coming into half splits. Point the right toes, and with every exhale, try to bring the chest closer to the thigh. Option to use blocks underneath your hands here for more support. Slowly step the right foot back and align your body, coming back to tabletop position. Exhale, come back to downward dog and raise your left leg up, coming to three-legged down dog on the left side. Inhale and step the left foot through, coming back to Warrior One. Making sure that your hips are facing forward. One more deep breath here. Now bring your hands behind your back, interlacing the fingers again. And with your next exhale, coming back to Humble Warrior. Keep pushing through the feet here. Remember to continue breathing. Inhale, slowly coming back to Warrior One. Exhale, release your hands to the mat, releasing the right knee down. Now slowly move into revolved lunge on this side, so bringing your right arm up. Take a couple of breaths here. Now slowly release the hand and release the right knee. And we're going to straighten the left leg, coming into half splits. Point the left toes up and relax your neck. With your next breath, move the left leg back behind you and slowly come into child's pose. Breathe into the hips and release any tension. Slowly come back up to tabletop position. Make your way through to downward dog. And step both feet to the top of the mat. Halfway lift. Forward fold. And raising your arms back to standing. Exhale, hands to heart center. And take your vinyasa here. We'll meet again in downward dog. Raise your right leg up again behind you into three-legged down dog, and this time an option here to bend that right knee. Making sure your hips are stacked and you can look under your right arm. Push the leg back behind you and inhale, step the right foot forward between the hands. Turn the left foot to face the long side of the mat and open up to Warrior Two. Try to keep your knee directly above the ankle and looking over your right fingertips. Place the right elbow onto your thigh and lift your left arm above and over your head to a side angle variation, stretching the left side of the body. Take a few deep breaths here. Now slowly lift back to Warrior Two. Exhale, release your hands back onto the mat. Step back to plank pose. Exhale, chaturanga down. Inhale, cobra or up dog. And exhale, step back to downward dog. This time, three-legged down dog on the left side. An option here to bend the left knee. Open on the left side of the body, keeping your neck relaxed. This will be our final standing sequence. Now step through into Warrior One, so bringing your left foot between the hands. Arms up to Warrior One. And take a deep breath here. And now opening up to Warrior Two. Turning your right foot to make sure your body's comfortable. Breathe. Now slowly bring the left elbow down to side angle, stretching the right side of the body. Continue with your deep breathing. Slowly come back up to Warrior Two, and with your next exhale, release the hands back down onto the mat. And step the left foot back and release the knees onto the mat. Come to child's pose. Take a few moments here to relax. Now slowly begin to come back to tabletop position. Inhale, arch your back and open the chest to cow. Exhale, round the spine, chin to chest. Take 2 more cat-cows with your breaths. And come back to neutral position, curl the toes under, and exhale to downward dog. Step or jump to the top of the mat. Inhale, halfway lift. Exhale, forward fold. And inhale, slowly rising back up to standing. 1 vertebra at a time, the neck and the head are the last to lift. Bring the hands back to heart center. Inhale, arms up. Slight back bend here. And exhale, forward fold. Inhale, halfway lift. And exhale, bring the hands to the mat. You can bend the knees, and we're just going to release the knees, both knees onto the mat, and come seated onto your heels, feet together. Now let's begin the cool down. Take a few deep breaths here. Lift your right arm up over the head and bring the left hand behind your back. Bend your right arm so the palm is on your shoulder and try to clasp the fingers together, or you may hold onto your t-shirt. With every exhale, try to push the right elbow back. Take a few deep breaths here. Now slowly release your arms and let's switch sides. Raising your left arm up and the right hand behind your back. Continue taking the deep breaths here. Slowly bring the hands back down and maybe rotate the shoulders here just to release any tension. Making sure your knees and feet are together, lower the head onto the mat and take your arms behind you, palms facing up. Option here to hold onto the ankles and lift the hips up, keeping the crown of your head on the mat. Breathe here, bringing calm to the mind. Slowly release the hips back down and sit back up. Release the feet from underneath you, take them to the side and bring them out in front of you, keeping the knees bent. Here we're creating a triangle shape with the legs, preparing for boat pose. Bring your hands in front of the body. An option here to use a block and place it between the knees. Spread your arms out wide and lift the feet up, making sure that it's aligned to the knees. Squeeze the knees, activating your quads, glutes, and core. Release the block, and this time we'll alternate, lifting the legs up one at a time. Keep breathing and focus on your core. Just a few more taps here. Now inhale and hug the knees close to the body, lifting the feet off the ground. Exhale, release the heat and round your spine. Inhale again and exhale. One more time here. Release the feet again, preparing for boat pose. Optional here to hold a block in front of your chest, or you can simply bring your hands to heart center. Now we're going to lift the feet off the ground and begin taking twists to the right and the left. Exhale to the right, inhale center, exhale to the left, and inhale back to center. Continue at your own pace, working your abs and back. Just one more round here. Release the feet and let go of the block. Now we're going to inhale and bring the chest to the knees, looking up, and exhale, round the spine. And 2 more times at your own pace. Now bring your legs out in front of you in Tadasana pose. Adjusting the sit bones here, toes pointing up, hands beside your hips, and lengthen through the spine. Take a couple of breaths here. Now bend your left knee and bring your left foot to the inner right thigh. Inhale and lift the arms up. And exhale, forward bend. Reach your hands to your thigh, shin, or your foot, and breathe. With every exhale, try to bring the chest closer to the thigh. Just a couple of more deep breaths here. With your next inhale, lift slowly back up. Release the left leg and we'll slowly switch to the other side. So bringing the right foot to the left thigh. Raise up the arms and exhale, forward bend. Continue breathing and make any adjustments you need so that the sit bones are comfortable on the mat. Just a couple of more breaths here. Inhale, come back to seated and release the right leg forward. And you can shake off the legs here just to release any tension. This time we're going to bring both feet together into butterfly pose. You may hold on to your feet and then bend the elbows, coming to a forward bend. Or optional here to use a block to support your forehead. See which level works best for you. Breathe and allow your legs to open up from today's practice. Inhale and slowly lift to seated position. And now we'll slowly move the knees up and down for butterfly kicks just to release any tension. You can use your hands to bring the knees back together. And we're going to come laying all the way onto the back. Bring your legs out in front of you and make sure that you're comfortable. Bend the right knee into your chest. Now slowly lift the right leg up with your foot flexed, and you can use your hands behind your thigh for support. Exhale and slowly release the leg, and we'll switch sides. Bring your left knee towards the chest, making sure that both of your shoulders are on the mat. With your next inhale, lift the left leg up to the sky, keeping your left foot flexed. Exhale and release the left leg. Now bend both knees, and we're going to sway them from side to side like windshield wipers, relieving any pressure from your lower back, hips, and legs. One more round here. Now let's hug both of our knees into our chest just one last time and thank your body for today's practice. You can move from side to side, massaging your back. Exhale and release your legs, preparing your body for Shavasana pose. Close your eyes and bring your feet as wide as the mat, relaxed outwards, and your arms beside you, palms facing up. Make any adjustments you need so that your body is comfortable on the mat. Soften your eyes and relax your face. Bring the attention to your breath and notice how your belly rises with each inhalation and empties with each exhalation. Allow your thoughts to flow away. Allow a peaceful feeling to flow from your head to your shoulders, arms, chest, and stomach. Turn the attention to your back and allow the relaxation to flow from your spine to your hips, thighs, knees, and ankles. Your entire body is soft, calm, and relaxed. Take the next few minutes to completely relax. If your mind begins to wander, bring back the attention to your breath. Slowly begin to bring the awareness back to your body, maybe moving your fingers, your toes. Maybe take a stretch with the arms behind your head, pointing the toes. And whenever you're ready, roll over onto one side with the knees bent. Take a few breaths here. With your eyes closed, use your hand to help lift yourself back up to a comfortable seated position. Bring your palms on your knees and take a few breaths here. And bring the hands in front of your chest and rub the palms together, creating heat and energy. And place the palms over your eyes and cheeks, and take this time to set any intentions you may have. Namaste. Thank you for joining me today.